I've been building this cabin for the last 3 months. It's a tiny 10 by 12 bunkhouse that will serve as a place for guests to stay, as well as a studio room to record music for my channel. The only other building experience that I have was on my main cabin, which I built back in 2015, and I did it with absolutely no experience going into it. So this was a chance to try out some of my newfound skills and see if I could make this cabin even better. With the cabin itself being complete, it was time to build some bunks. I also needed a couch and decorations. It was time to make this little tiny cabin into a cozy home. When you're working with such a small space, every inch counts. A standard twin-size bed is 38 inches wide, and I felt like that would be too wide for this tiny bunkhouse. One night, while I was reading from the Dick Pernicke journals, I noticed an excerpt where he describes building a bunk at 32 inches, feeling it was too wide, cutting it down to 30 inches, still feeling it was too wide, and finally settled on 28 inches. 28 inches seemed a little skinny to me, so I decided to split the difference and go with 30 inches. Still a very narrow bunk, but significantly less wide than the twin bed. I did a lot of looking for a 30-inch mattress, but unless I wanted to order something custom, I was pretty much out of luck. But then I found these foam camping pads at a big box store. They're in a bin for 20 bucks a piece, and they're exactly 30 inches wide. Originally I was going to do 4 log posts, but then decided I could save some space by mounting the other side of the beds directly to the wall. case you didn't see my last episode, I'm using a 10,000 BTU Empire heater. It doesn't require any electricity, so it's a great choice for the off-grid cabin. It runs on propane and is really easy for a guest to flip on and off as they please. But more importantly, it takes up a very small footprint in the cabin. Having a wood stove would eat up a lot more space. The standard height between bunks is usually about 33 inches. That gives enough room for a full-size adult to sit upright in bed without hitting their head on the top bunk. But I wanted to give a little extra room, especially since I had cathedral ceilings and plenty of space above, so I went with 40 inches. Standard wood screws don't have a lot of shear strength, so I added a couple of framing nails to make sure that this bunk didn't come down while someone was up there. Winter decided to show up early this year, and it showed up in force. But I wasn't going to let a foot of new snow slow down my progress. I still had to trim out all the windows and make this thing cozy and ready to stay in. Did I mention how difficult it was to find a 55-inch love seat that also turned into a bed? Yeah, well, it was. I use an EcoFlow power station to run all the electricity here at the cabin. I'm using the Delta 2, which is a big upgrade from my original power station because it's able to push my chop saw, making it so I don't have to run the generator while I'm building. It's amazing how something small like trim can transform the cabin. It goes from feeling like a construction project to a home. In case you hadn't noticed, I love the look of live edge wood. It gives the cabin a really rustic feel, and it's cheap. I found so many uses for the leftover siding, and I thought this might be another one. I was going to try to make my own live edge trim.
Bud. Good boy.
After a very thorough inspection, Norman gave his seal of approval.